You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, and I like his Netflix thing too. His series is dope.
Okay.
Yeah, it's dope. Netflix thing is dope.
It is. I saw the comedy special, and I also saw. I watched it on YouTube too. So shout out one of our favorites, Sarah Fontenot. She's on there, so we love Sarah. So yeah, y'all make sure that y'all watch the Country Wayne special on Netflix. I've heard great things about it. I fell asleep on it because your girl is tired. I've been working out early in the morning, and you know that like that first week when you're working out, your body is kind of going through some changes, and so your girl been asleep. I've been knocked out completely, but I'm determined to get this body back right, baby. I'm getting it back right. So yeah, y'all stay tuned. Keep me inspired. Keep me inspired on that. So
yes.
This weekend coming up, if you're in the ATL, there's so many things going on. There's a Caribbean music festival that goes down on Saturday. It's going to be a good time, so make sure that you check that out. Y'all know I love my church, New Birth. Shout out Erica Campbell was in the building last night at New Birth. She did a free album release party. That's what I love about Atlanta, because they be having like free good stuff. So our women's conference goes down this weekend. Friday night is Tasha Cobbs Leonard will be preaching, and then Miranda Curtis will be bringing her songs, and then Saturday, they got conferences all day. And then Sunday, my pastor is such a gangster. Y'all know I love Pastor Jamal Harrison Bryant. Y'all know the people from the Alabama, the chair people that we were talking about. How about they all going to be at New Birth this weekend on Sunday at church? My pastor was like, we bringing the chair crew. I'm like, only pastor would do something like that.
History.
Yeah, the people that changed history. So if you're in the Atlanta area, definitely make sure you check us out at New Birth on Sunday. Services start at 9:30. Nice. And we're a big church with a small field. So if you need a seat, I will be in the building this Sunday. And you can always sit by me. So hopefully Double K will be in there.
So if you invite everybody to my seat, well, I'm gonna say that if everybody sitting.
No, you're you always have a seat next to me, and you better be at church on Sunday. You need it. You live in Stonecrest.
Shouts to
Mayor
shout
Cabo.
To my Mayor Cabo. Shout out to Mayor Cabo.
Yeah, shout her out. Shout her out. Okay,
we'll see.
That means he's not going. That means he's not going to church. You know how you invite somebody to church and they be like, "Oh, we'll see." Yeah, he's not coming. He's not coming. If he comes, I'll buy you brunch.
You're going somewhere very expensive.
No, you're not. So that's why I hope you don't come. See, that's what I'm talking about.
So
that's why we don't go nowhere.
So Tay, since we have a few more minutes, can we do some announcements? I mean, it's a big announcement, November 17th. Can we do that live
November
right now?
November 17th?
Are we in Richmond doing music bingo karaoke nights?
I thought it was the 18th, but the 17th.
Oh, it's the 18th?
Good. No, it's the 17th.
Whatever Saturday that weekend is, because it's a lot of days going on. So
yes.
I believe if it is the 17th or 18th, whatever Saturday weekend that is, we are doing karaoke bingo night in Richmond. VA 804 stand up. We will have the flyer. We will have the Eventbrite link up, and you know what time it is.
It's definitely it's no place like home. So I can't wait to be at home to cut the food and have a good time, and it's gonna be a good time. So yeah, we'll be talking more about that, and it'll be a good time.
Okay, super dope.
Cool, super dope. So, I think is our StreamYard up and running? I don't even know. Get all of the excuses in the world. Toya B said, "What excuses? Oh, for not coming to church. That's what it was. Y'all pray for Double K. It's all right.
Yes, pray for me. I appreciate it. Please, definitely pray for me. Send your prayers. You can send your Cash App too.
Ooh, like not you trying to get the offering.
I mean, social media. So sometimes you just gotta ask. Sometimes
You know what? And you know what?
I receive all blessings.
You better let them flow. Let them flow. You know what? I cannot.
I take them all in.
I cannot with you. And then also Sunday night, y'all know my other favorite place in the ATL is City Winery. So this Sunday, Jeff Bradshaw will be at City Winery, and I can't wait to hear him. He's like an amazing artist, and we'll be in the building with Jeff Bradshaw.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get an interview with him, but
We gonna make it work.
We gonna make it work. We make it do what it do. Anywhere that the people are at, I just show up. So that's just what it is. I'm like, what up? It's your girl Pep Talk Tae. Let's do an interview real quick. Like, that's just what I learned from the best. My engineer, Sunshine, is shaking her head. Because yes, when we outside, you gonna drop this good interview real quick, fast, and in a whole hurry. Jim Jones almost got this weekend, but he was tired and he was hungover, and I had to respect the fact that the man was struggling. So.
We're struggling just a little bit.
He was just struggling just a little bit.
And shouts to all the Libras too. It's Libra season, man. Shouts to y'all, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Lord, we got one Libra in the
there
building.
They go.
She is clapping extra hard like a church clap.
Sunshine, you already know.
Sunshine birthday. So our engineer, Sunshine, all hustle no fear. The morning show here at Hits 92.3. She has a birthday October 20th. And it's going down.
It's going down.
We'll
and we will be in the building.
We'll definitely support.
Fool.
Yeah, she said she was having an Uno card table. So I'm definitely about to Uno. Like I'm about to smack it down.
See, we gotta ask.
You know what Mancala is?
No. But we
Mancala.
definitely Sunshine is from ATL or Georgia, but we have to ask rules. No, Uno is a serious game between.
Ooh, you better
so we have
say
to
it.
ask what rules. Can you reverse? Can we stack? I need all the details because man trying to get beat up. We don't want, what I mean?
Because people act ignorant over bingo. I mean, bingo and Uno. My bad.
Uno, spades, and alcohol.
Yeah, it's not a good. It's not a good
food. Yeah. So we need to find out all the rules or what we could do, what we can't do.
Yeah, because it's
and
going
that's
down.
It. Then we, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. So that's what's up. So all right. So I think our guest tonight, if you know anything about me, you know that I'm a 90s R&B type of girl. Ain't nothing like 90s R&B in my book. And so I reached out to Gina Thompson, and I have to say, I've been like a kid on Christmas. I couldn't sleep last night saying, oh my God, I get to interview Gina Thompson because her first album, Nobody Does It Better, I used to wear it out. My family, my true family that really knows me knows that I used to think I was like, I would try to do Gina's part and Missy's part. And my cousin Danielle was like, you can't do both. You got to let me. I was like,
hog the track, trying to do everything.
I did. So she was Gina and I was Missy, but I used to try to cut into her part too. So, so if you don't know the name Gina Thompson, play a little bit of the song, DJ Double K. The Things We Do. The video used to be my absolute favorite because it had Diddy and Biggie and Rodney Jerkins. So it was pretty good. So that beat when it drops is something else.
We're in the building.
The Pep Talk Tae Show here on Hits 92.3 Atlanta.
Say what, say it's just not gonna stop. Come on.
Makes me keep running to you. Makes me keep running to you, baby. These feelings that I have, I can't explain, and I can't believe that it's you. The way you make me feel makes me happy. So why can't we just make it last? Makes me keep running to you, run to you. Makes me keep running to you. The love you give to me turns me on inside, and I can't deny nothing gets you to me. Makes me happy. So don't you take it love.
Hey, the secret's out. Hits 92.3 is now accepting submissions for brand new shows. That's right. You could become a radio personality right here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. You don't have experience? That's okay. You don't live in Georgia? That's okay. You don't know what to do now? Now that's not okay. But your girl is here to help you out. Email us today at hits923newshow@gmail.com and tell us about your potential show with Hits. Again, that email address is hits923newshow@gmail.com. Don't be last. The slots are filling fast.
Say what, say huh? Say what? Say what, say huh?
We in the building.
The Pep Talk Tae Show here on Hits 92.3 Atlanta.
Makes me keep running to you. Nothing you do makes me keep running to you. Baby, these feelings that I have, I can't explain, and I can't believe that.
The Pep Talk Tae Show here on Hits 92.3 Atlanta.
Makes me happy, so I can be just making last. Just makes me run to you, run to you. Makes me run to you. That love you give to me turns me on inside, and I can't deny how nothing gets you to me makes me happy. So don't you take your love away. Makes me run to you. Keep running. Keep on. The way that you walk, the way that you talk, the way that you give your love.
So sexy. We in the building.
The Pep Talk Tae Show here on
She
Hits
makes the
92.3 Atlanta.
hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Just one touch, and I erupt like a volcano and cover up with my love. Baby girl, you make me sing. And I just can't think of anything else I'd rather do than to hear you sing. Sing my name the way you do. Oh, when we do our thing, when we do the things we do. Baby girl, you make me say, sexy love, girl, the things you do. Oh, baby, keep me strong.
The Pep Talk Tae Show here on Hits 92.3 Atlanta.
Hey y'all, hey. So like I said, that was our special guest tonight, one of my favorite songs of R&B, Miss Gina Thompson. Hey Gina Boo, hey.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing? Sorry for the technical difficulties. You look absolutely beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so very much. In technical difficulties, they will not leave us. I'm telling you. You know, we get through them as best as we can, but it's all good. I'm here. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. So we were supposed to have you last month, but I appreciate you allowing me to flex due to the loss of my niece. But tell us what has been going on with Gina Thompson. She is back. We were just playing the classic, The Things You Do. Everybody knows you for that. But what have you been up to? What's been going on with you?
Oh man, such a loaded question, but I definitely have a response for it. So first and foremost, God has just been amazing all the time.
Yes.
I have been pretty busy, you know, with music. As you have said, I'm back out with some new music. I'm signed to it's a Web3 label titled Infinity, and you can visit them at infinity.xyz. And it's like a Web3 non-fungible token NFTs, they call them. So it's a little bit different than, not no, it's a lot different than your standard record deal. It's more like a cryptocurrency, and it's such a thing that I can get into as far as talking about it. But it's best to kind of take a look at their website and learn more about the NFTs. But super excited. The new music is out. I actually have, I'm not sure if I shared this with you, but before the Starving single, I had did another mix of The Things You Do. So it was my label mates, The Leftovers, featuring you
Yes.
with a different concept. There's a video out for that as well.
Mhm.
And great support with that record. Again, you can go to the infinity.xyz site and you
No,
can take a
we
look
on the
at
Pep Talk with Tay Show. You know we like good music, and so
Yes.
I found that today, and just it was just playing on my playlist. So
Okay.
I love the remake of The Things You Do. The Leftovers are so dope. Like
Yeah.
I want to hear more from them. The message, I don't have the video, but we do have a little clip of the song. So why don't we just play that just a little bit? This is The Things You Do featuring The Leftovers and Gina Thompson, and it's now live on the Pep Talk with Tay Show. Let's drop a little bit of that double K.
Yeah. Mama, I apologize for the sleepless nights. I apologize for the legal fights, but I can't stand to see your face when your money is tight, and never knowing when the faucet cutting off at the lights. Mama, you know I always come back to you. I know you're mad I don't come through sooner. Mama, know you ain't a fan of how I bring bread to you, but my cash flow done hit a growth spurt. Money grew up. Mama, you gon' love the things that I bring now. Mama, you gon' love the things that I do now. I'm living and I move like a king now. I can get you anything like bada bing, bada boom now. Get you any crib that I choose now. Had food stamps, now we getting food out. I put you up in the hills and ain't a thing loud. You gave me everything and I'ma give it back proud.
Makes me run to you, run to you.
Now, if y'all please look up the video on my social media, I'm gonna drop the video because Gina, you was doing something in that black and white, boo. You were letting them know. You were letting them know. You might not have seen her in a while, but she came back and killed it in that video. You let us know you still got it. You definitely
still got a little
still
something. Yeah,
got it. I love it. So what was the concept behind that? Because The Things You Do is such a classic. Like when that beat drops, people immediately like you get that
Immediately.
you get that bop with it, right? And so the remake of that is absolutely amazing. What was the inspiration behind that?
So the COO of the label, his name is called DJ Big League. He and the fellas that rapped on it, or the guy that rapped on it, they were just talking about like it would be a good comeback for me, and then but flip the concept a little bit. So it's more of like the guy that's rapping, his name is Lamb, and he's again from The Leftovers. The concept is like, he's out in the streets and he's just wilding out, and his mom, she's constantly trying to encourage him to just kind of leave these streets alone. It's nothing out there but trouble. And for a while, he was kind of like not paying attention to his mom, but he always kind of felt like, but every time my mom, says something, she always seems to be right. So he starts reflecting on, he starts reflecting on a lot of the things that she said to him, the words of encouragement. So it's everything that she does, and he just keeps running back to her, so it's kind of like that concept. So it's like your mother's always going to be there. Everything that she says seems to always be right. Even though you try to go astray and be rebellious or whatever, you're going back to your mother. She never turns her back on you. She's always there. So yeah.
I love it. And so, speaking of motherhood, there was a time, so people have asked, what happened? Like she just kind of disappeared. And so in doing the research, I've seen you and I've heard you talk about the fact that you just had to step away from the entertainment world, because sometimes entertainment world, it could take a lot out of you, as you go through different contracts and different, marketing and all that kind of good stuff. So your time away, what made you come up with that decision to walk away in the height of an amazing career that you had back in the 90s?
Well, you pretty much summed it up. Like for the most part, it does take a toll on your mental. I mean, even the traveling at times can even take a toll on your physical. But like with myself, because it was just so much going on, and being a single mother at the time, I had one son, and he wasn't seeing me, and I just kind of felt like, what, I'm going through so much. Wasn't there for my son, and those were critical years. When my son was what, I signed with Dark Child at the end of '94, signed with Mercury in '95. My son was born in '94, so by the time I came out, my son was 2 years old. So again, aside from the things that happened in the business, just not working out,
Yeah.
so to speak, and missing my son, and then I just started to go into a deep depression, and then it was like, what, I have to take a step back, and I got to get my mental back on track here, and most importantly, I need to be that mother to my child. So those decisions I thought were enough for me to just say, what, let me stop trying to chase all this other stuff, and let me refocus and get myself back together. So the mind is very powerful, and when it's ill and it's not well, it's not a good thing. It's not at all. So I did just that.
I commend you, because a lot of people, a lot of people like that, the drive of the industry, and they would keep going, and they would, just sacrifice that. So I admire you even more as I read more and learned more about the fact that you walked away to be there for your family and to take care of your mental. And so mental health is something that is near and dear to me, and I know it is to you as well. To those that are listening, how does Gina Thompson take care of her mental health?
So that's a great question. And first and foremost, like I said, I give thanks to God. I'm very spiritual. I'm connected in that way, and I'm able to manage and balance work life, home life, more so because first and foremost, for God, He has put me in such a great place mentally, and my family is significantly supportive. I am married now, and now I have a total of 3 children.
Okay.
So, yes. So I am, in all humbleness, I'm so blessed, and again, my family is there. I have 2 boys and 1 girl, and a phenomenal husband, and I have a good circle in general. And so they all, for the most part, they, help me to stay humble, and are supportive, and they're very understanding, and it enables me to, flourish and continue to grow, and keep my mental on track, and balance home work life balance, and keep that in its perspective. So and it's not easy, don't get me wrong, but at the same token, life is life. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
you
life
have
will
to,
life on you. It will
Yes,
definitely
definitely.
life on you. We were
yeah.
talking about that earlier.
Yeah. So I just, we take things one day at a time, and I've also learned to, with this music industry, you're going to hear the good and you're going to hear the bad. And the one thing that I became a stronger person with is, people are going to always have something to say. And going back to my spirituality, they
I was
talk
gonna ask
about
you about
Jesus
that.
Christ, when He died on the cross. So sometimes, I have to remind myself, Gina, you know what? No, don't get upset when you see that negative, write up or whatever the case may be. And one of the biggest things that I used to do before that I no longer do, and it helps my mental as well, stop comparing me to other people. I no
Can you see that?
longer
Can you see
do
that one
that.
more
Yeah,
time?
say
Can you
it
say that
one
one
more
more
time,
time,
Gina.
please? I'm
Stop
sorry, some people.
comparing me to other people. I
Yes.
had to do that because, of course, the industry does a job of their own of doing that, and will compare me to everyone and those others to others as well. And I just had to. It was so stressful for me before, and I felt like it's almost like you got to keep up with. No, I'm keeping up with myself.
That's right.
So
That's right.
once I learned that God made me who I am, and accept it and realize that I am enough and I am who I am. Once I really, really believed that and accepted that, I realized that my life actually was at a 360. So there's so much that has happened in my hiatus, and I don't regret it. I do not regret it. I am very thankful that God has brought me to where I am today. And as you mentioned earlier, about the mental health. Many people don't know this, but I have several degrees in nursing, and I will soon be a nurse practitioner in mental health specialty. So
Nice.
I am so thankful again to God that He took me on the journey that He took me. I didn't understand it in the beginning, and again, but now that I am who I am, and I'm no longer comparing myself to any and everybody else, focused on me and my inner soul. Life has been much better.
No, and it shows as we
Yes.
watch you, just in your photographs, in your interviews that you do. You've got just a glow about you, and that glow is God first and foremost, but it's
Amen.
that being at one with yourself and
Yes.
knowing who you are is people say it all the time. I know, oh well, I'm growing into the person that I am, and I'm lost, I don't really know who I am. But you can tell Gina is you are in a place where you know who you are, you're in control of your music, and we're glad that you're back on the
Oh,
music
thank you.
scene. So
Yes. Welcome back. Welcome
although
back.
we missed
Thank
you
you.
and that powerful
Thank
voice,
you.
Angel is like, her remake of Angel is still one of my favorites. Like
Bless you
your
so
voice
much.
is so powerful, and you are truly good R&B music, like
Thank
that
you so much.
that
Thank you.
music that you can bump
Legend.
to. Yeah, like you're like a truly
Legendary
a
sound.
legendary sound. And so it's glad to we're glad to have you back. What
Thank
are
you.
your thoughts on the state of R&B today?
I'm so always asked this question. Honestly, I feel like R&B is it's at a decent place. There is still some really really good music that's out there, but I want to say, could my reply be kind of biased because I'm looking at my era. You understand
The
what I'm
best,
saying?
the
So you got
best
it.
era.
Yeah. So talking to me, I'm like, where's the Isley Brothers type music at? Where's the Marvin Gaye type stuff at? So to me, of course, that was my time, even a little bit before my time, but that was what I called, like, that's that great music that just gets in the roots of your cells. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, like I said, there is good R&B music out today, and we have some great artists. And so I say honestly, to each his own. To each his own. For me, what I may feel, the next person may feel something different. So with Gina, I do like the way the old back in the day R&B music made me feel, but I'm not against, of course, what's out today. There's a lot of great songs that are out. So like I said, to each his own. If there's people that love it, like my kids, my songs, my old school that I love, or my R&B stuff that I'm big on. My kids is like, Mom, really? And I'm like, yeah, really. And when I hear their stuff, I'm like, oh, really? You know what I mean? So
That's
again,
me and Tay right here.
Yeah,
That's us two.
yeah. So it depends on who's listening. R&B. There's beautiful voices out there, and there's beautiful artists that are delivering beautiful songs. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, no. Well, you're definitely back, and I would have to agree with you, Gina. The 90s, I'm gonna say the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. That's a different type. That R&B music touches soul. I mean,
But
it touches your soul. That's why those classics still can be played at weddings, family functions, cookouts,
absolutely,
and all that to this
absolutely.
day. And even if the younger generation was like, I bet you they be bopping to it because that's why they sample it now and
Yeah,
put
yeah.
it in
They sampled
there.
them, so
and
all them
put them
songs they sampled about 30 times by now.
Yes. So you've got new music out.
Yes,
So
I do.
so when we first saw you back in the day, you were, single. And this new song, I said, she loved her husband. That you got a
I
good
do.
husband, girl. You got a good husband, because I can tell in the new song "Starving" that is truly like a love song. If you listen to the lyrics, I'm like, this is a love letter to say, baby, I love you. You are everything to me. We are balancing this thing, but I am starving for more of your love. So Gina, tell us more about the concept of starving before we let the listeners listen to the latest single by you.
Yeah, basically, again, great job of summing it up, and I appreciate that. So it's pretty much that it is a love song. You're talking about, yeah, baby, it is already good, but and there is no question about it. But it's like I need you. You're kind of going right now, and I just need you. I'm starving, so just come back home and just give some good loving. So it is a pretty like I said, standard love song, and it actually was referenced, and when I first heard it, I was like, man, this is different. And I felt that it was 2023-ish, pretty much this time frame. So the concept was, it definitely resonated with me. And simply because of that, my husband, and absolutely, like, when he's just at work, I'm like, without his love, I miss him. He is my rock, my everything. Aside from
Look at that smile. Look at, if you
Aw.
are watching on the YouTube, her smile has lit up when she talked about her husband.
Yeah, we've been. Let me tell you something. We've been through, and like a lot of couples. I mean, 23 years in the game. It better be something there. Yeah. So So when the song was introduced to me, I was like, it was a no brainer. And we collaborated very well with the writer, the producer. So I love it. I love it, and it's one of those things as well. Like a lot of people that do know me or have heard of my first album, heard me sing on my second unreleased album. A lot of people and my friends and from back in the day, they know Gina Thompson as that gospel or that wailing type vocal. And even when the Things You Do came out, it surprised a lot of people because it was very subtle.
Yeah.
And it was like, but it still was good. You don't have to scream in all your songs. You don't have to go wild. Like sometimes simple is best. So that's what I also liked about this Starving. It was kind of like the Things You Do. When I was out with that song, I wasn't really all over the place and snapping and doing all of this. Could I have been? Yeah, but it was simple. And that's what Puffy also loved about it, as well as Missy. And then with this Starving song, it's kind of like that same feel where I'm singing and I'm touching on certain, parts, but it's still also very simple. And so it's meant to be that way. A lot of times people like to be able to sing along.
Because I'm a singer. That's me, Gina. I've been singing along to Starving because I'm single and ready to mingle, so I can't wait till I can.
So you starving?
No. I'm gonna be starving when that man finally come in my life. Okay. I'm gonna be starving. I'm gonna sing this to him.
You're gonna do the remix?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the remix with Gina on this one. Okay. I can't wait for the video to come out because in my head I already have an idea, but I can't wait to see what she does.
Did you shoot the video? Got shot already? Did you shoot the video already?
No, we are in the process of that. That's going to be coming soon. I don't have an exact date, but I just had a meeting. I had weekly meetings. In my last meeting, basically, they were kind of talking about, still kind of getting some treatments and things together for the video. The label's trying to really, really set this project, up as best as they can. So, and again, I'm seeing that the music industry has changed so much from before, and being with a Web3 company, things are just a little bit different. And again, I know I mentioned that earlier, but if you visit infinity.xyz, you'll learn more about what Gina's talking about when I say NFTs or non-fungible tokens. It's basically, it's getting ready to pretty much take over the industry, in my opinion. And it's pretty much a new way where fans and, artists can relate to their fans and work with their fans. You're getting first dibs on a lot of things that the artist is going to be, that the artist will have. It's almost like cryptocurrency, like I was saying earlier. So I'm still in my novice phase of learning a lot of it, but it's very, very interested. And quite frankly, it's a very lucrative avenue for, artists as well. Whereas your other,
especially nowadays, I love the concept. I was looking into it. And the great thing about it, Gina, is that if anybody those that are listening, it's not just for musical artists. It's for any form of artistry. And that's what I love about it a lot.
For you. That's absolutely true. Yep. Absolutely true. I believe
like a direct consumer
I'm sorry.
situation? Is like directly to your consumer, to your fan base, from artist to fan base?
Okay, I'm sorry. I missed the first part of that question. One more time.
No, I said, is it something like directly to your consumer, your or the customer, artist to consumer?
Absolutely. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
And if you want to even visit the Real Gina Thompson IG page, I have a link tree on there. Of course, I have to promote that. And that too has a lot of my, work on there and vanity sites on there. You can even see the video, the things you do video. So we try to keep my link tree updated. You can even check out my booking information. I do motivational speaking as well. I do a number of things. But music.
I love that about you.
Yeah,
I love that about you, Gina, and the fact that you do more than just music and the motivational speaking. I can't wait. I think that we got to bring you to Atlanta. I think it's long overdue. We need to bring you here so that you can do the motivational speaking and also sing because you definitely can sing. You don't sing. You sang. That's what you do. And they don't make them like that anymore. And so talking about touring and social media, one thing I have to let the listeners know, in this industry, because so much has changed, right? Radio is different. And media just in general is so different. And I love the fact that when I reached out through social media, now I don't want everybody hitting her up, but when I reached out through social media, you respond and you've been very interactive. And a lot of people, unfortunately, they don't, for whatever reason, they don't do that. And you are so involved on your social media. What are your thoughts about social media? Because when you first started, social media wasn't out. So now it's out. How do you leverage that as an artist? What are your thoughts?
One thing I have to say, it's a great networking tool, hands down. Technology in general has created a era, and a great opportunity for people to just network, no matter what type of business you do. And of course, in the music industry, this is a business. So I think it's a great tool to be able to network, to be able to promote, to be able to, grow your entity, and just for that, I try to, many people will say it, I do try to respond as much as I possibly can, but I also have a team that also oversees my page as well. So a lot of even my email. So a lot of times I can't because I may be so busy doing other things, but we normally try to, if I don't, and I personally like to do it, because I like that, I feel as though I'm getting that great support, and I want to be able to feel like I don't want people to think that I'm untouchable, so I like the fact that I can communicate. And if I'm not able to, I have a team that's on it, my family team, my husband.
They are an amazing team. If you send a message, they right on it. Johnny on
yes. They take care of my even my link tree. Like I'm so blessed. It's a small family that we have there, but we're looking to expand at Infinity. But the love and the support is I mean, they make me feel like a queen.
You are.
I mean,
you are definitely
definitely are a queen.
But so I try to. With that being said, as far as the social media, I think it's a great place. The thing about it too, what I try to teach my children, you also have to be careful because social media can also mess with the mental, in a bad way. And again, it kind of goes back to what I was saying is unfortunately, there's some people out there that may respond with cruel remarks or just say things that is just like really like, stay in your own lane of misery and stop trying to drag me with you. So I try to teach my kids, don't let that social media make you or break you. Do not do it. It can try. Don't worry if you don't have 1 million likes or whatever. It doesn't even matter. Like yourself first and foremost, so on that aspect, social media and technology, things along those lines, not so much technology, but the social media, people have to understand, or should I say, just use it with caution, and just be mindful that, you have people out there that may try to say certain things that may try to steal your joy,
I love that. And your social media is always so uplifting. You always got good things on that social media.
Thank you.
And as we're getting ready to wrap up, I promise y'all, I'm gonna let y'all hear some new Gina Thompson. But y'all know it is our custom on the Pep Talk with Tae Show that we do a little two-step. And although Gina is not with us in the studio, we've had this conversation. I loved it when you sent the song to say, I said, what is your song? I'm an old schooler. I love old hip hop. So when you said Sally, honey, baby, you had me with that one. We were on the same page with that. So DJ Double K, give us a little two-step music so that we can Sally walk with it. Because Gina still, I mean, you got it. Because I told you the video, you was hanging with them. I seen you in that black and white.
You know,
the
God is good.
Video. You got it. What we got? Okay, hold on. Let me get back. All right, let me step back.
You ready, Gina? You ready, Gina?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta get up.
I got a her named Sally, and she don't squall or eat pork with a spoon or fork. But I heard that some people don't like the way Sally walk. Some people don't like the way Sally walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, get it. This story's funny. I met this girl and she had money in vast abundance. Google gobs, I mean, her Hazel. Her dress was suede, her voice was nasal. I found her so fly, but for the life of me, I didn't know why. People don't like the way Sally walk. People don't like the way Sally walk. We
Yes, take it back. That was my cardio for tonight, Gina. That's it.
Right.
Take it back. Take it back real quick. This cutie pie. This is DJ Double K's son. He's been quiet all night long, but
until you hear the music. I'm telling you the music, baby.
The music,
he said, "What party?
Like,
party over here."
Say hi, Gina.
Hi. Yes, I love children. Hi. How are you?
He's like, I'm good. So,
awesome.
no, thank you so much, Gina, for being our guest this week. I sincerely appreciate you for that. And please know that as soon as more music drops, any project that you have is always welcome on the Pep Talk with Tae Show, because we appreciate good music and artistry. And you are, see, even you agree with me. And so we all, we sincerely appreciate you. And so I'm going to let you do the honors of introducing your latest single to the listeners.
Thank you so much. Check out my latest single, guys. So appreciative of you all, titled Starving. Check it out.
Y'all make sure, download it, support it. There we go.
The Pep Talk with Tae Show here on Hits 92.3 Atlanta. The Pep Talk with Tae Show here on Hits 92.3 Atlanta.
It's already good, ain't no question about it. But is it because I have to go without it? We always let the flame have its space, so it don't blow up in our face. Might be crazy, searching for problems we don't have. Feels too good to be true, wait for it to go by. It feels like I'm going mad. Boy, I need your love so bad. Wanna know what's in your bag. Body's craving what you have. Without
Without your love, I would be starving. Without your love, I would be starving. Boy, look at what you just started. Without your love, I would be starving. Without your love, I would be starving.
So again, that is the latest single by Gina Thompson, Starvin'. You've heard it here on the Pep Talk with Tae Show. And as our custom, I can't leave y'all without a pep talk. That's just not right. And so the pep talk of the week is this: stop playing yourself small. I don't care what you do, whether it's a business, whether it's a job that you have, stop playing yourself small. You were created to do big and great things. So stop getting in your own way. And remember, you are greatness. So don't play yourself small. So Gina Thompson, thank you again for being our guest on the Pep Talk with Tae Show. And y'all make sure that you follow her on IG as The Real Gina Thompson. And follow us. So DJ Double K, what's your hashtag? What you got?
You can follow me at DJ Double K on Instagram and or TikTok. And of course, you gotta follow
Pep Talk Tae on social media. That's PEPTALKTAE on all social media platforms. So until next week, y'all. Next week, it's the first Wednesday of the month. So we've got DJ Smooth J.
Smooth J will be in the building.
Year-old DJ will be in the building. And we've got Love and Hip Hop's own Chaotic. So next week, we're going to do a little hip hop next week. But thank you, Gina, again, for closing out our R&B month. I sincerely appreciate it.
Thank you, Queen.
Yes. And please download her and request her on all of radio outlets. We appreciate that.
But is it because I have to go without it? We always let the flame have its space, so it don't blow up in our face. Might be crazy, searching for problems we don't have. Feels too good to be true. Wait for it to go by. Feels like I'm going mad. Boy, I need your love so bad. What I know is in your eyes. Body's craving you. Without your love, I would be sorry.
Thank you for listening to the Pep Talk with Tae Show. Join us every Wednesday here on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio.